It's MATHCHIKAHAN time! Narito na lang po ang inyong Chikang teacher. Ngayon, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay multiplication and division of monomials using the laws of exponents. Ito po ay nasa quarter 2, module 5 ng Mathematics 7. After going through this lesson, you are expected to identify the laws of exponent, apply the laws of exponent to simplify the algebraic expressions, and relate the laws of exponent to solve real-life situations. So, ang pag-uusapan po natin ay laws of exponent. So, dapat alam natin kung ano yung mga term na ginagamit natin. So, given po ang ating algebraic expression na x raised to 5. Alamin natin ano yung mga term na ginagamit natin o ano po ba ang tawag natin sa bawat figure o sa bawat given. So, ang tawag po natin dito sa x ay base. Okay? So, ang x natin ay base. And then, dun po sa 5 natin, ang tawag natin sa 5 ay exponent. Si exponent ang nagsasabi kung ilang beses imumultiply ang base. So, for example, since x raised to 5, ibig sabihin, yung x po ay imumultiply ng 5 beses. So, x times x times x times x times x. So, yan po ang x raised to 5. So, let us have laws of exponent for multiplication. For any number x and all integers m and n. So, kahit anong value ng ating x ay ina-apply po natin. And then, ang integers natin ay nagsisymbol ng m and n. So, for example, x raised to m times x raised to n. That would be equals to x raised to m plus n. Paano po yun? Kapag parehas ang base, kung mapapansin natin, ang base natin dito ay x, ang exponent natin ay si m at saka si n. Ngayon, kapag parehas ang base, i-add lang po natin ang exponent. So, i-add natin yung m at n. So, let us have example. So, for example, x squared times x cubed. Tandaan, kapag ang exponent po ay 2, squared po ang basa. Kapag ang exponent naman po ay 3, ay cube po ang basa. Ma'am, paano po kapag 4, 5 ang exponent and so on and so forth? Pwede po nating basahin na raised to kung ano po yung exponent na given. Or the power of tapos 5, the power of 6, pwedeng ganon. So ngayon, given ang x squared times x cubed. Kung mapapansin natin, parehas po ang variable niya na x or ang ating base na x. So, ang gagawin lang po natin ay i-add lang natin ang exponent. So, we will have x raised to 2 plus 3. Tandaan, exponent po ang ina-add natin kapag parehas ang base. So, magiging 2 plus 3 is 5. So, the answer is x raised to 5. Let us have another example. So, given ang m raised to 10, ayan, yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, times m raised to 15. So, that would be, since parehas po ang variable or ang ating base na m, so, m raised to 10 plus 15. And that would be equal, so 10 plus 15 is 25. So, the answer is m raised to 25. And last example for this laws of exponent. So, given ang p raised to negative 8. Ma'am, pwede po ang negative? Yes, pwede pong gamitin ang negative exponent times p raised to 15. So, ia-apply po natin yung operation ng integers. Tandaan, kapag magkaiba ang sign, sinusubtract lang po natin yung number at kinokopya natin yung mas mataas na sign. So, for given, so p raised to negative 8 plus 15. So, kung makikita natin, magkaiba po yung sign niya. So, susubtract natin 15 minus 8. And 15 minus 8 is 7. So, since mataas po ang 15, So, ibig sabihin, positive. So, the answer is p raised to 7. So, let us have another loss of exponent. For any number, x and y, all integers m and n. So, given. So, ngayon, dalawa na po. Kanina, puro x or isang number lang. Ngayon, dalawa na. So, given ang x, y, times the quantity raised to m. So, that would be equal to x raised to m, y raised to m. Tandaan po natin, since wala tayong exponent na kalagay, automatic po, meron tayong 1 sa ating given variable. Palagi po yang may 1. So, parang ang ginawa natin ay 1 times m and 1 times m. Kaya naging x raised to m times y raised to m. So, for example, x, y, quantity raised to 4. So, tandaan, kapag wala tayong nakikitang exponent, ay meron po siyang 1 sa taas niya. Ngayon, gagawin lang po natin ay i-distribute o ipapamigay natin yung exponent na nasa labas sa exponent na nasa loob. So, i-multiply lang po natin yung 4 kay 1. So, magiging ang sagot po natin ay x raised to 4, y raised to 4. Hindi po pwedeng, baka mamaya x, y raised to 4. Mali po yun. So, it should be x raised to 4, y raised to 4. Ma'am, bakit po ganon? Kasi po, naka-parenthesis. Kung yung isa, i-distribute mo kay x, yung 4, at yung 4 ay i-distribute din po kay y. Kaya, ang sagot ay x raised to 4, y raised to 4. So, another example is the m and p quantity raised to 20. So, again, isipin po natin na mayroong 1 sa ating exponent sa m, sa n, at kay p. So, magiging sagot po natin ay m raised to 20, n raised to 20, and p raised to 20. So, next one is 2x quantity cube. So, tandaan natin, palagi pong may 1 ang ating base o yung 2 at saka x. Ma'am, pati po yung 2? Yes, meron din since naka-parenthesis po siya at may exponent sa labas. So, i-distribute po natin ulit yung exponent natin sa loob sa exponent or yung exponent natin sa labas sa exponent sa loob. So, magiging 3 times 1 and 3 times 1. So, magiging 2 cube x cube. Ngayon, paano po yun? Ito na po ba yung sagot? Hindi pa po. Since number po ang 2 natin and that is 2 cube at alam natin na may makukuha pa po tayong value. And 2 cube, ibig sabihin 2 times 2 times 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So, the answer is 8x cubed. Tandaan, kapag may number o may kailangan i-simplify, you have to simplify your answer. So, next rule is for any number x and all integers m and n. So, given ang x raised to m, quantity raised to n. So, ang gagawin lang po natin, kagaya kanina. So, kanina kung 1 yung exponent, ngayon naman po may m. I-multiply lang po natin. So, for given x squared, y cubed, quantity raised to 4. So, kung kanina ay isa-isa lang, ito po ay dalawang number or dalawang variable na yung nasa loob at hindi lang po 1 ang exponent niya. So, yung 4 ay i-distribute natin kay 2 at yung 4 ay i-distribute natin kay 3. So, magiging x raised to 2 times 4, y raised to 3 times 4. Then, isi-simplify pa po natin. So, 2 times 4 is 8 and 3 times 4 is 12. So, magiging, ang sagot po natin ay x raised to 8, y raised to 12. Another example, given m squared, n cubed, p raised to 5, quantity raised to 5. Again, i-distribute natin yung exponent na nasa labas sa exponent na nasa loob ng mga given variable or base natin. So, magiging m raised to 2 times 5, n raised to 3 times 5, and p raised to 5 times 5. Imumultiply lang natin yung exponent. Sige nga, try nyo. Ano kaya magiging sagot? So, ang magiging sagot po natin, tingnan nyo kung tama ang naging sagot nyo dyan sa mga notebook nyo. So, m raised to 10, n raised to 15, and p raised to 25. Bakit po naging ganun? Kasi 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. And 5 times 5 is 25. So, let us have another example. Given ang a raised to 5, b raised to 10, and c raised to 15. Quantity raised to 3. So, iti-distribute natin yung 3 kay 5, kay 10, at kay 15. So, magiging a raised to 5 times 3, b raised to 10 times 3, and 15 c raised to 15 times 3. Then, imumultiply po natin. So, 5 times 3 is 15, 10 times 3 is 30, and 15 times 3 is 45. So, therefore, ang magiging sagot po natin ay a raised to 15, b raised to 30, and c raised to 45. Napakadali lang pong sundan nitong laws of exponent natin kasi gagamitin natin to sa multiplication ng monomial. So, let us have the multiplication of monomials. Gamit po yung ating mga laws of exponent, kayang-kaya nating sagutan ang ating multiplication of monomials. So, remember to multiply monomials, multiply the numerical coefficient, and follow the laws of exponent for the literal coefficient. Tandaan, kapag numerical o yung number, imumultiply lang daw po natin. Pero sa literal coefficient, gagamitin natin yung tinatawag nating laws of exponent. So, let us find the product of 8x squared y cubed and 3x raised to 5y. So, una, ang gagawin po natin ay kunin natin yung number 8x squared y cubed times 3x raised to 5y. So, imumultiply lang po natin yung number 8 times 3. And then, tsaka natin isusunod yung ating x. So, ang x natin ay x squared, x raised to 5. And then, we have y cubed, and then y. O, tandaan, ano nga po pala kapag walang exponent ang ating variable? Meron siyang 1. So, meron po siyang 1. Then, kung papansinin natin, 8 times 3, that is equal to 24. And then, since parehas po na x, i-add nyo lang yung exponent, 2 plus 5 is 7. And then, 3 plus 1 is 4. So, the answer is 24, x raised to 7, y raised to 4. So, let us have another example for multiplication of monomials. So, let us simplify negative 3x squared y cubed z raised to 4 times 5x y raised to 4 z. So, given negative 3x squared y cubed z raised to 4 times 5x y raised to 4 z. So, ang una pong gagawin natin ay imumultiply muna natin yung number. So, negative 3 times 5. And then, pagsasamahin natin yung variable na x. Ayan. Mas mainam or mas maganda kung naka-alphabetically arrange yung ating variable para mas madali nyo makita kung ano-ano po ba yung variable na magkakaparehas. So, magiging x squared, x. Tandaan, palaging may 1 kapag walang exponent ang variable or ang ating base. And then, pagsasamahin natin yung y, so we have y cubed and y raised to 4. And then, syempre, ang ating z, z raised to 4, and z. Again, meron po siyang 1 na exponent. And then, tsaka tayo magmumultiply. So, negative 3 times 5 is negative 15. Okay? So, yan. Negative 15. Next, since parehas po yung x niya, so copy nyo lang yung variable x, and then i-add natin yung exponent. 2 plus 1 is 3. So, x raised to 3. So, pagpasensyahan po, mas napalaki ata yung ating x. Ayan. And next one is, since parehas po ang exponent, or parehas ang kanyang base na y, so i-add lang po natin 3 plus 4 is 7, and ang z po natin ay equal kay 5. Kasi, naging 4 plus 1. So, pagsasama-samahin natin, at ang magiging sagot natin ay negative 15, x cubed, y raised to 7, z raised to 5. Pagpasensyahan nyo diba? Mukhang hindi na y raised to 7 yun. Okay? So, ayan po. And then, last example for multiplication of monomials. So, let us multiply negative 3 x raised to 4 times negative 4 ax b squared. So, tandaan, pagsasamahin lang natin yung magkakaparehas na variable. So, una, we have negative 3 times negative 4. Then, x raised to 4 and then yung x. Then, next one is a. Oh, bakit isa lang? Kasi po, yung negative 4ax b squared lang ang meron. At we have b squared. So, since walang variable yung kabila o wala siyang a at b. So, magiging, negative 3 times negative 4 ay positive 12. And then, x raised to, ilan na? So, that is 5. Kasi po, 4 plus 1. So, magiging 5. So, ang magiging sagot natin ay positive 12 ab squared x raised to 5. Ma'am, bakit po nauna yung x? Di ba nauna dun sa multiply natin yung x? Kasi i-arrange po natin ito ng alphabetically arrange. So, hanggat maaari po, nakaayos ang ating alphabet. So, pwede namang mauna yung x raised to 5, pero much better kung siya ay naka-alphabetically arrange. So, ang sagot natin ay 12 ab squared x raised to 5. So, sana ay naintindihan nyo ang ating multiplication of monomials. Basta tandaan lang po natin yung mga laws of exponent. So, magpatuloy po tayo sa ating laws of exponent for division. So, kung kanina sa ating multiplication, ina-add natin yung exponent. Paano naman po kapag division? So, for any non-zero number a and any integer m and n. So, given that a raised to m over a raised to n. And that would be a raised to m minus n. So, kung ang multiplication ay nag-a-add po tayo, sa division naman po ay isusubtract natin. Kung ano po ang exponent sa numerator, ibabawas natin yung exponent sa denominator. Basta tandaan natin, dapat parehas ang kanyang base. Okay? So, kagaya nito, ang base natin ay a. So, let us have examples. So, given a raised to 6 over a squared. So, since parehas ang base natin na a, so magiging a raised to 6 minus 2. Okay? And then 6 minus 2 is 4. So, the answer is a raised to 4. Let us have another example. Given m raised to 10 over m raised to 5. So, since parehas ang base natin na m, so magiging m raised to 10 minus 5. And 10 minus 5 is 5. So, the answer is m raised to 5. Again, sa multiplication, nag-a-add tayo. Dito sa division, nagsusubtract po tayo ng exponent. Basta, tandaan natin, dapat parehas ang kanyang base. Let us have another loss. So, zero exponent. O, paano naman po kapag zero exponent? Given that a raised to m over a raised to m. And that would be equal to a raised to m minus m. And m minus m is equal to a raised to 0. Ma'am, bakit 0 m yung given? O, for example, 2 minus 2. Or another is 5 minus 5. Diba ang 5 minus 5 ay 0? Ang 6 minus 6 ay 0? Oh. So, dyan po ina-apply yon. So, m minus m is equal to 0. And there's no such thing as a raised to 0 and that would be equals to 1. Yun po tatandaan natin. Ma'am, bakit po naging 1? For example, 5 divided by 5, the answer is 1. So, parang ganun lang din po sa ating laws of exponent. Kaya naging, ang sagot natin, any number that is raised to 0, the answer is 1. So, for example, a raised to 4 over a raised to 4. So, since parehas ng base, so magiging a raised to 4 minus 4. And 4 minus 4 is a raised to 0. Again, any number, any variable except 0. Kahit anong number, kahit anong variable, basta hindi 0, ay naka-raise kay 0 and that would be always equals to 1. Okay? So, tandaan, kahit anong number at variable, basta naka-raise kay 0, automatically, that is equal to 1. Except po kay 0. So, wala pong 0 raised to 0. Ha? Undefined po yan. Another. M raised to 10 over M raised to 10. So, magiging M raised to 10 minus 10 and 10 minus 10 is 0. O, since naka-raise na kay 0, so therefore, that is equal to 1. Ayan, that is 0 exponent. Let us have another one. Let us have another one. So, the negative exponent. Kanina, yung positive yung exponent. Sumunod po ay yung 0 exponent. Eh, paano naman kapag negative exponent? At kailan nagiging negative exponent? So, for example, a squared over a raised to 5. Ano ba napansin natin mula dun sa kaninang example? Diba mas mataas ang exponent na nasa numerator kesa sa denominator? Dito naman po, kung mapapansin ninyo, mas mataas ang exponent sa denominator. So, kung i-apply natin yung rule natin ng subtraction, so magiging a raised to 2 minus 5. And 2 minus 5 is negative 3. There is no such thing as negative exponent. Kailangan po kunin natin ang positive exponent. At paano natin kukunin yon? Kukunin natin yon sa pamamagitan ng reciprocal. I-over po natin to kay 1. Ayan, over 1. And then, kunin ang reciprocal, that would be equal to 1 over a raised to 3 or a cube. Mawawala na po yung negative exponent niya. Another example, m raised to 5 over m raised to 10. So, magiging m raised to 5 minus 10. And 5 minus 10 is m raised to negative 5. Again, kailangan kuhanin ang reciprocal para maging positive ang exponent. So, i-over natin to kay 1. Ayan, over natin kay 1. Ayan. And then, kunin natin, babaliktarin nyo lang. Yung numerator natin, yun ang gagawin nating denominator. At yung denominator ang gagawin nating numerator. At mapapalitan na po ang sign ng exponent. So, the answer is 1 over m raised to 5. So, yun po ang ating negative exponent. So, let us now apply for the division of monomials. So, tandaan lang natin yung tatlong rule na yon at masasagutan na po natin ang division of monomials. So, to divide monomials, divide the numerical coefficient and follow the laws of exponent in division for the literal coefficient. So, tandaan natin, i-divide lang po natin yung number or yung tinatawag nating numerical coefficient. And then, sa literal or sa mga variable ay i-apply na po natin ang laws of exponent. So, for example, x raised to 8 over x squared. So, isusubtract natin yung exponent since parehas ng base. So, magiging x raised to 8 minus 2 at 8 minus 2 is equal to x raised to 6. Another example, 15 x raised to 6 over 3x. So, that would be equal to 15 divided by 3 is 5x raised to 6 minus 1 kasi automatic po may 1 kaya magiging 6 minus 1 is 5. So, the answer is 5x raised to 5. Another, negative 8a raised to 6, b raised to 4, c squared divided by 2abc squared. O, paano gagawin? So, negative divided by negative, positive, magiging negative. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Ayan, magiging 4 na po to. And then, automatic po, yung walang exponent may 1. So, 6 minus 1 is magiging 5. Ayan, magiging 5 po siya. And then, yung b natin sa denominator ay 1. So, 4 minus 1 is 3. And then, c squared, parehas. So, since parehas, 2 minus 2 ay 0. So, makakancel na po yung ating c. So, anong natira? So, ang natira po natin, ito, yung negative 4a raised to 5b cubed. So, the answer is negative 4a raised to 5b cubed. Tandaan, mawawala na po ang variable natin na c since magiging equal na siya kay 1. Another example is negative 9, x raised to 4, y raised to 4, z raised to 4, divided by negative 3, x raised to 4, y raised to 4, z raised to 4. So, kung mapapansin natin, parehas na negative. So, magiging positive na po yan. And then, 9 divided by 3. Ayan, 9 divided by 3, the answer is 3. So, magiging positive 3. At papansinin natin, parehas yung variable ng x. So, 4 minus 4, 0. So, cancel yan. Yung y din po, 4 minus 4 is 0 din. So, cancel. So, z raised to 4 and z raised to 4, parehas din. So, magki-cancel din po. Bakit po kinakancel? Diba, 4 minus 4 ay magiging 0. At yan po ay magiging equal kay 1. So, magiging negative 3, x raised to 0, positive 3, sorry. Positive 3, x raised to 0, y raised to 0, and z raised to 0. Since puro 0 na po yan, magiging 3 times 1 times 1 times 1. And the answer is 3. And last example is 5, ABC over 10, A squared, B squared, and C squared. So, titingnan ninyo, saan ba mas mataas yung numerical coefficient? Kung saan mas mataas, dun tayo magde-divide. Okay, so makakancel na to. Di-divide natin yung 10 kay 5. So, magiging ito ay 1. Ito naman po ay matitira ay 2. So, since yung A meron sa taas sa numerator natin na tigwa 1, yung ABC, so ibabawas natin. So, magiging 1 over 2ABC. Ma'am, bakit naging ABC na lang yon? Diba, 2 minus 1, ang magiging matitira po ay 1. So, makakancel na natin yung numerator natin na A. Ganon din po si B. Ito po ay makakancel, magiging 1. So, ang matitira kay B ay, yun sa numerator ay makakancel na rin po or mawawala na. Si C naman po ay ganon din. So, cancel ang numerator. Ang matitira kay denominator ay 1. So, ano mapapansin nyo? Diba, mawawala na po yung value dito sa taas. Ma'am, hindi po ba 0 ang ilalagay? Hindi. Ang ilalagay po natin ay 1. Kasi, magiging 1 na po sila lahat. So, kaya ang naging sagot natin ay 1 over 2 ABC. Naway marami tayong natutunan ngayong araw na ito. Yan ang ating math sayang kwentuhan. Hanggang sa muli, huwag kalimutan click ang like, share, and subscribe. Paalam! God bless!